Bam. Hey, how's it going, everybody? First things first, I want to shout out to the Dodgers for winning the fucking 2020 crazy year World Series. I am so fucking happy. As you can see, I have Dodger shoes on, my Dodger jersey, and I'm just so ecstatic. Shout out Corey Seager, my boy. Fuck yeah. I'm so fucking happy that we finally won. I need to go buy some fucking more Dodger gear, World Series gear to be exact. So let's get with the show. Everybody, welcome to the fucking Happier Club. And today I have my really, really good friend, Tobias fucking 619.
Oh my God.
From the fucking 805 Meza in here. This has been my one people that I've been waiting to fucking interview because he's been one of my really good friends for fucking like 9-10 years now.
Yeah.
And
I would say that.
I don't know, man. It's just been, we've done the most, you just have the most craziest stories out of my friends, and you're just one of the most entertaining people that I know. That I just needed you to have. I wanted you to be the first guest, but then obviously you flake a lot. So so you just
too much.
And so it just didn't work out. But I'm happy that you're here.
Dude, I'm happy to be here. We were supposed to be the OGs, but whatever.
It's all good. We had Alejandro and Johnny come anyways. So, I mean, so first things first, let's talk about yourself a little bit. So talk about how you grew up, where you're from, from high school. Let's talk about it.
So I grew up in this small place called Lompoc, California.
Same place as us,
Yeah,
Lompoc.
Yeah, Lompoc. We were separated from the town, probably like maybe a mile, and we were just like outside. Mm-hmm. And we lived up in this place called Mission Hills.
Yep.
And it was right across the street from the La Prisma Mission.
Yep.
So our backyard, once it ended at our gate, we pretty much had like thousands of acres to go run around in.
Nice.
And what someone's always said was, it's a great place to raise kids, but not a great place to grow up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean,
good for the parents, bad for you.
Yeah.
I feel it. I understand that.
That's why I'm so messed up now.
Oh,
no,
damn.
No, I'm just kidding.
We're going to go hit hard.
Yeah.
Abuse, no. Child abuse, alcoholic parents. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm just joking. But no, keep going. So Mission Hills, how was that? How was that growing up in that area? Because that's kind of like Lompoc's more of like a city, I guess you could say. And then Mission Hills is kind of more like, I don't know, wild. Like kind of rural.
Yeah, I was gonna say rural.
Because the mission's right there, and you literally can walk straight into the mission at nighttime.
Yeah, like our horse ranch was like 2.5 miles away.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you had horses.
Yeah.
How was that growing up with horses?
Dude, it was sick. I was kind of like a loner most of the times because I was just with animals.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, you did. I mean, my puppy fucking loves you right off the bat.
Yeah.
Obviously, Finn, the podcast, he's walking around here, guys. He should be up on hhis tree at some point today.
Yeah, he's out here.
He's out here. He is out here for real. So yeah, so Mission Hills was probably like the one. My dad grew up in Mission Hills, and he said that the only thing that he used to do was go on Harris Grade, which is a road out in Lompoc, where we're from, which is like a windy road. He used to just race there, like with it, like who can do it the fastest. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing that they had.
You know, like Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, like that mountain. It wasn't as like severe, but it was like the most windiest uphill and then windiest downhill, and that's where I learned how to drive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So my dad taught me on like a manual. He was like, "Son, if you could drive on this road," he was like, with a stick. He's like, "You'd drive anywhere." Hey,
at least you had your dad to teach you. My dad said, "Go out and go do it yourself." I said, "All right, I guess I'll just fucking learn how to drive stick."
Yeah. I'm just glad I never had to drive anyone at a younger age.
So I'm happy to have you here. Also, so you grew up in Mission Hills. You went to the opposite high school of me.
Yeah, we went to Cabrillo. Yeah, Cabrillo High School.
I went to Lompoc High School, which is like the ghetto school, I guess you'd say. My girlfriend also went to Cabrillo with you.
Yeah, the higher end school.
The white school, as I would like to say.
Damn.
We should have switched. We should have just changed spots.
You should have been over there.
Nah, fuck Cabrillo. Honestly, I used to go to Cabrillo parties. I used to go to like parties in Mission Hills and like the village and stuff. And I used to just say, fuck Cabrillo, like just yell that shit out just because I was just like, fuck it. And that was when obviously our football team was dominating you guys. So it's like all the time. But I was like in sports where like cross country and like water polo and stuff where we just sucked. And we didn't even have like a team for our water polo team my senior year. So like it was just like they just dominated at those things. But football was the only thing that I was like, oh yeah, fuck Cabrillo. Like everything else they beat us at. But
no, soccer, right? Or no?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I think soccer. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that we dominated in soccer as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a kid right now who's like in the not the NBA.
NBA?
What's it called?
Honestly, I
NWA?
don't really, I really don't watch anything with soccer. But go Chivas.
Good.
So yeah, so you went to high school at Cabrillo. You were kind of like, I know that I'm not trying to diss you, but you're kind of like an outcast type because you grew up with two older brothers, three older brothers, and you kind of just got kind of beat up on, and then you.
But my brothers, not the high school.
Yeah. and then so you grew up with a bunch of animals.
Yeah, it was pretty much like a real Native American experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody. Tobi's partially Native American, so he's like Dogface. Fucking 420. He's gonna get the Native American tattoo on the back of his head.
Yeah, I sent him a DM. He didn't respond. I said, "Yo, let me get some cranberry juice."
Yeah, honestly, ocean spray.
Ocean spray.
We're in the actual studio this time, and we got that Topo Chico on tap.
Topo Chico.
You already know. Got that shit, and then we also got some coffee before we came over to the studio.
Yeah, his coffee's pretty good.
So I'm pretty wired. I got a nitro cold brew, a big ass one. So I'm pretty fucking wired right now. I'm super excited to have you, obviously.
Dude, I'm excited to be here.
So, all right. So growing up with horses and stuff, would you say that like kind of molded you into the person that you are today for like, cause you're pretty caring. I feel like you care about your friends and stuff. I feel like you kind of, Because when I was growing up, I had cats, and I didn't really, care for them as much. But
yeah, cats are like aliens.
Yeah, like exactly. Like so, it's kind of different because like, and you had did you have dogs growing up?
We had like 6 dogs in our house.
Yeah, see, so you had a lot of animals growing up, huh?
Yeah, we had like 1 bird, we had a tortoise, like a 150-gallon fish tank, and then I think we had like a couple hamsters here and there.
Wow,
it was hard.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Honestly, that's a lot of animals. I would never even think about like growing up with that much animals. My dad hated like animals. Well, he didn't hate them. He just didn't want to take care of them, which I understand now.
Yeah, our dad was allergic to cats. That's why we never had a cat.
But so he compensated by having 18 dogs.
Yeah, and 4 kids.
Nice.
All boys.
So after high school, obviously you went through high school pretty, I remember because we met probably our senior year, went Riseboro, joined the Marines.
Yeah.
And you're just a funny guy. You're literally just like
reckless.
Yeah. Reckless, funny, like just like said the most outrageous stuff, which hasn't really changed since.
No, not really. But now I just getting more in trouble.
But I feel like, you're a little bit more open now. I feel like you're a lot more confident than you were back then, and then especially that because that has to do with joining the Marines. Coming back and being a Marine in your hometown is a little bit different, especially when you're at the age of 18. You know what I mean? Or you joined at 17. So
yeah, I was a Marine when I was 17.
When did you graduate boot camp? Were you 18?
Yeah, I was 17.
Oh, you're still 17.
Yeah,
when you graduated.
We graduated 2012, and then
you went straight to boot camp. Right?
Yeah, I went in August 13th.
When did you graduate?
November 9th.
Oh, no, graduate in high school, July?
June
Okay,
6th.
so you had like a month and then you dipped out?
Yeah, I had like two months.
Nice.
Kicked it, rode a bunch of horses, and then took off.
Yeah, I got fucked up from the day I graduated all the way till I went to boot camp.
Yeah.
I got really chubby. I got all bloated and shit, and then it was pretty fun. Honestly, it was a really good, really fun time to be to be like, oh well,
I'm going into the military.
Yeah, everybody else is going to school. What a losers! And then literally like now that I'm going to school, I said, damn, school's fucking hard.
Hey, free education though.
Yeah, true. Honestly.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
So obviously you were in the Marines. Your job was
I was in the infantry. So technically the MOS, which is a military occupational service.
I don't know. I don't know what MOS
Specialty.
is.
Specialty. Okay. That's what it was. And I was a 0341, so I was a mortarman.
Which is, yeah.
And they called those tube strokers.
Tube strokers. Nice. That was a cannon cocker.
Yeah. Yeah, artillery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So literally, like, the only gun that I didn't fire inside the military was a tank, the tow missile, like the wire guided, and then the heavies, the 155, I think.
No, there's the 155, and then we also had a 120 millimeter mortar system that we had too.
Those are the big guys that you carried on the rigs, right?
Yeah. Those are the mortar system, and then we had the huge guns.
Yeah,
the 155,
those
the 155s, the howitzers.
Yeah, because I got to shoot the 120s, not the 155s.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That must be 120s are pretty cool. Yeah, I think I don't know. Like, as I was getting out there trying to tell, they're saying that they're going to switch infantry guys to the 120s.
Yeah,
I don't know if that actually happened. They're also getting women inside the artillery rise I was getting out, which was crazy to me.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of my friends that like stayed in, and they were going on field ops with a lot of girls and stuff. I said, "Oh, that must be different," because we did some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah, we were reckless out in the field.
I used to have like this one guy that just used to show his dick all the time because it was so small. It was literally so small, and he had such a big bush. It used to look like a little groundhog, like poking out of his little hole. It used to be so fucking gross.
Oh my god,
It was so gross. It was so weird. But anyway, so we went through, and we went to like every place together, which was so fucking funny.
That was the sickest thing. Is like we went to the Marines, and then your unit your battery got attached to my unit, and then when we went overseas, you're like, dude, are you over here in Japan? And I'm like, yeah, like
let's hang out, let's get fucking drunk.
That's when we got in trouble too. I think it was our second time when we went back over to Japan. It was your birthday, or it was like the day after your birthday. It was like May 20th, right? Or like no,
May 17th.
Yeah, so it was like May 19th or some shit like that.
We got my birthday never existed.
Yeah, because you time traveled.
Because we time traveled. Because we left the day we left on May 16th. May 17th passed us because we got there on May 18th.
Yeah, time travel's real, you guys.
I got freaking hammered that night.
Yeah, the one thing my platoon sergeant told me was like, yo, dude, he was like, everybody, he was like, you can have a couple drinks. He's like, but do not get drunk tonight. He was like, we're going on a run tomorrow, and it's going to suck. And if any of you are drunk and I catch you, since I'm on duty, you better be praying.
Exactly.
And I came back after his 21st birthday, or non-existent 21st birthday.
It was my 21st birthday, too, which sucked.
We shotgun strongs, which are like 9% citrus juice.
Yeah, we got so hammered.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was so fun.
Yeah, and the next day I did not fall out of the run. I like kept up. There was other people getting gassed, and I was like dying.
Yeah,
and I was like, nah.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's how it goes in the military.
Yeah,
get fucked up and go for runs in the morning, and then I remember like this one guy. He got in trouble because he was literally getting drunk like the night before a hike. Like literally like before, like an hour before the hike, he was still drinking. And then literally like he was like a sergeant, and he like left, and then he like got in trouble because he was drinking, like he smelled like alcohol, and he was falling out because he was drunk. Like it was just like, bro, what did you expect?
Yeah.
What did you expect? Like, I understand that, like, we were on, like, the shit platoon getting out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like EASing.
Oh,
but
man,
at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like,
yeah, that's
act
not
better
right.
than that.
Yeah.
Act better than that. Like, that's not the thing. So, yeah, so we went to, like, Indonesia, Bali, or Bali, Indonesia. We went to Australia. We've been to a couple different places together. I mean, we had some really good times, but we didn't really hang out in, like, some of those other countries together. I mean,
just with like our own crew.
Do you have any funny stories that you want to tell? If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. But if you have any funny
I can tell
hookups or any cool stories about
Bali. So one third world country,
yes.
right? And
I heard it's a lot like Mexico. When we were there, a lot of people compared it to Mexico.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I only went to TJ like a couple times.
I've never been to Mexico,
yeah.
so
it's all right. Like it's just at night it's shady, but like not during the day, like Bali.
Oh.
Yeah. And
super shady.
It's funny because you can buy anything there.
Yeah.
Like you could buy like
Gucci.
The only thing you can't buy is like a gun. So like people will be walking down the street offering you drugs and stuff. And like,
that was a weird
kids.
thing. They're always offering us drugs. I was just like, no.
Mushrooms, and I'm like, no, dude, like I'm good. Like,
yeah.
I was like, can I buy a gun? And they're like, policia. I was like, what does that mean?
That's so fucking funny.
But yeah, so I almost died in Bali. And it was actually the same day, RIP, to like a couple other Marines actually passed in Bali.
Oh,
because
sad.
The rip current.
Yeah, I remember that.
And there was 3 flags on a beach, and normally in between the 2 flags, there's like the rip current, you know?
Yeah.
Well, so I went on the right side of it because I was like, oh, like, you know, I'm on the right side of it. I just don't have to swim left. Like, you know, I'm gonna go catch some waves.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like I'm like getting pulled out further and further. I hit a couple waves. And then I get like pulled out further and further. I'm like, yo, what the hell? So I start paddling back because I'm on the other side of the rip current. Mm-hmm. And I paddled for probably like 10, 15 minutes. And I was like, yo, I'm not going anywhere. I was like, man, I'm tired. So I sat up on the board and then I was like, damn, what do I do? And this little kid rode up on a jet ski and was like, yo.
You're in a rip current.
You know you're in rip current? I'm like, fuck you, little kid. Like,
yo, no, I'm not.
Help. And he just like drives away. So I had to swim like a quarter mile out.
Oh, he just left you?
Yeah, I was like, yo, a little bit.
Fuck?
Like, that's what I was like, fuck you, little kid. And then I had to swim all the way out and then all the way back in. So it was probably like a good like half mile after like 10, 15 minutes of like pedaling back.
Well, I'm happy that you didn't die because I would be really fucking sad.
Yeah.
That would have sucked. The one person that actually I like died in while we were there.
That's not gonna take me out.
So yeah, obviously we got really fucked up every place that we went while we're out there. I mean, that's one thing I kind of regret while I was out there. I was just getting so fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never got to experience food.
Yeah, that's the one. And one thing for you because you got out and you're a chef now, and you're just like, oh, like man, I wish I would have like enjoyed like some of the things back then, because I mean we're completely different people than we were, 20.
I was cultureless.
The first deployment I was like 19, and then the second one I was 21. You know what I mean? Like those were my party. Like I wanted to just drink and get fucked up and like look for girls and do all that stuff. You know, that was all I was focused on. And I had a girlfriend, and I was just like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like none of those relationships were serious back then. You know what I mean? And
I wanted to believe they were, but they weren't.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, you're literally in the military. Like you're 19, and then my other one was like when I was 21, and I was just like, am I gonna be loyal? Like, obviously not. Like you, like that's what up. And, and it was just like I was just like whatever. Like I don't even care. Like that's the one thing that I was always like, why did I always go in relationships when right before I went on deployment? Like that was like the worst idea.
Yeah, I mean I got cheated on when I was on deployment.
Everybody got cheated on. Everybody got cheated on.
Yeah.
And then so you're just kind of like, well, I guess I'm single. I remember I had the one girl that I was with, like she was just like, oh yeah, I just smoke with my friend out. Like I just smoke with my friends after work and stuff. And I was just like, oh yeah, like who's this friend? Well, he shows up at my house all the time and da. And I was just like, oh wow. I was just like, I wonder what you guys are doing. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, fuck this shit. I said, fuck this. I'm done. Fuck that. I stayed with her for a couple more months after that too, like an idiot. You know what I mean? So fucking dumb.
I always loved the back and forth, like the, I won't do it again, babe.
I never admitted that I was cheating.
Oh, I never cheated.
Well, yeah. Well, until like the end, until like at like the very end, I'd be like, well, I cheated on you. Well, because I know that you cheated on me.
Yeah.
There's more proof, you know what I mean, of her cheating than there was of me. See, if anything, I didn't even cheat. I think I kissed like a girl or one or two when I was in like Australia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
it wasn't like I was like just hooking up with a bunch. She had like a legit relationship with this guy. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, what the fuck? But so yeah, so we went on deployments, and then obviously we got out. Mm-hmm. Thank the Lord we got out.
Started our new career paths.
Yeah, started everything. It was so much simpler when I first got out. I felt like now I'm more like, like right now I'm more like, oh, like what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like what's the next thing? like even when I was in the Marines, like I was like kind of like, oh, like always stressed and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm way less stressed than I was when I was in the military. But now when I'm out, I feel like I'm just like, just take everything a little bit cooler. Smoke a joint, chill, hang out a little bit, you know.
I'm just trying to cook food and get high, man.
Yeah, I felt like literally like once I got out of the military, I was like, all right, I'm done doing this. I'm done drinking for like the wrong reasons. I'm not able to smoke weed now. I'm done drinking for the wrong reasons. I'm done lying. I'm done cheating. I'm done all that stuff. And I've stayed true with that. I promised myself that once I got out of the military to stay with that, you know what I mean? Like become a better person than you were, you know what I mean? Even though I'm not saying that I was a bad person, I was still a fun guy in the military. A bad person. You're a bad person. I was like okay person, you know what I mean? I just, you know, I didn't have the right mindset, you know what I mean? I just didn't have the right mindset when I was in the Marines. And so I'm happy that I got out and I kind of corrected that little transition in my life.
Like a level of clarity.
Yeah. And so you obviously went to school for a little bit and at Lompoc.
Did school for like 2 years.
You were a bouncer at one. That's how we met Alejandro.
We met Alejandro. When I got out of the military, I was like a regular at like 21 years old.
Yeah, you got out before me.
Yeah, because I didn't know what to do. None of my friends were back home besides like one, but he was like in love with this girl, and I was like not dealing with that. But I became like a regular at like 21. I was like the youngest kid. And started working. And
Alejandro was there too.
At the bar, yeah.
And then you started becoming a bouncer. When you used to be the man of that bar.
Yeah,
you literally used to walk around like a fucking cocky little piece of shit. I used to be like, look at fucking Tobi walking around like he owns the place. Fucking walking with your fucking combat boots on. And shit.
Dude, because I fucked people up at that bar.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But the thing is that I loved it when you worked there. I loved it when you and Alejandro worked there because
it's the vibe.
The drinks, everything was like everything. I felt.
If you had any problems, you're like, yo, my boy.
Yeah, like legit. Like if somebody started some shit, I knew that I had the bouncers that had my back because I wasn't like going in there starting shit. That's the one thing that.
Yeah, you never started anything.
Yeah, I would never be in there just being like, oh, like fuck you, like my boy. You know, he's a bouncer. He'll kick your ass out. Like it wasn't like that. It was more like, oh, you're gonna fuck with me, or you're gonna say some shit. I'm gonna go tell my boy, and he's gonna kick your fucking ass out. Like I saw you do some dumb ass shit. You know what I mean? Or like. Starts like I'd warn you about like problems, you know what I mean? Like somebody getting too drunk and like starting to act all rowdy and stuff. I'd let you know. You know, it wasn't like me abusing your power as a bouncer.
Oh no. I think you abused Alejandro's power more than anything.
Fuck yeah. I mean,
free drinks.
You know, the thing is that Alejandro was such a good guy too, and he was just, you know, he wasn't like I wasn't abusing it. It's just that he used to just hook it up with some drinks.
Yeah, and it's like it's not like it wasn't like reciprocated as well too. Like we became friends because of that time, and we tipped him out all the time. Yeah, you know, so like he was never losing money.
Yeah, he'd buy us drinks. I don't know if he'd give us for sure free drinks.
Well, there's comp tabs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Since he was like the main bartender or one of them. Yeah,
he had it. He definitely had it in his pocket where he was at. And then obviously he left for certain reasons or he got fired or whatever. And he's
undisclosed.
Undisclosed decision. Like I don't want to talk about too much of his business, but he obviously is doing. He lives in San Diego now, and obviously we all live in San Diego now, and we're living better lives than we did back then.
Did it first. I'm just kidding.
You did do it first. I'm not gonna lie. You did do it first, and that's when I was just like. And then once I broke up with that girl that I was dating before, I was just like, well, because she wanted to move somewhere like crazy, like Hawaii or something.
I was gonna say, like Ohio.
No, like Hawaii, and I was just like, I don't want. That was her plan. You know what I mean? My plan was always come back to San Diego because I love it out here. And
I never went to San Diego when I was in the military. I only came here during the summer because my stepmom has grandparents like down here.
I used to come out here a lot. I used to go and get drunk in PB and stuff like that.
I hate PB, man.
I hate PB now.
Yeah, I mean, I love going out there to eat and then like day drinking, but like, as soon as the sun
up day drinking,
as soon as the sun starts to go down and no go, like. Nah, man.
Like, I love PB and during the day. Get a day fade, chill, and then get home and then take a nap.
Yeah.
I like OB now, obviously.
OB's
because OB's just on the street, so I like doing OB now. That's my go-to now.
Yeah.
OB Noodle House.
OB Noodle House, best wings in San Diego.
OB Noodle House.
I don't have anything to like throw down. I'm good.
Get your coffee.
No, there's still some in there. See, that would have been me a couple years ago, but nah.
But yeah, so obviously, so we transitioned out. You lived in Lompoc for a little bit. We both moved back to Lompoc after, obviously.
Yeah, both less than a year, and then we moved.
Yeah, you moved out first, and then I was dating some chick that was kind of holding me up a little bit, and then finally we broke up, and then I was like, oh, it's my time to get out. And then I obviously met my girlfriend while we were doing that, and then my girlfriend now that we're still together, and so you transitioned out and you went to school and you worked at a couple of places around here.
Yeah, I've worked actually for a big company. Well, not really a big company, but like a big name.
A big name in San Diego.
Yeah, it's the first bar like ever in San Diego, like back when the Prohibition ended and stuff.
Which one was that?
Waterfront. Bar and Grill.
Mm-hmm.
And that company honestly made me into like the young chef that I am now.
Mm-hmm.
They trust me with like 5 different restaurants that I worked at for them. And they literally just like fucking hyped me up.
Yeah, too bad this fucking the COVID and stuff. Yeah, that really fucked up the bar industry and the restaurants and stuff like that. It's so hard to.
The restaurant industry is like in ruins right now. It's like damn near impossible to make it what it once was.
Yeah, so if anybody's out there that owns a restaurant or anything like that is looking for like a really good chef, I'm telling you that Tobi is a really good chef and he knows how to manage and he knows how to do kitchen costs and stuff like that, and he knows what he's talking about. I've talked to him about a lot of shit, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes down to cooking and chefing up. But so now you live pretty far from me now because I live in Point Loma, but we haven't been able to hang out because we're just fucking busy.
You've been busy, and then like the days that you're not,
you're working.
I'm busy, and I'm like, bro.
Sundays are my days to chill, and Sundays are the days you work.
Sometimes I've been telling him like, yo, like I like having Sundays off. But he's like,
Sundays are cool.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to watch football.
I'm done watching football. Fuck the Cowboys. Hey, the Packers are good though. I mean, I don't know what happened when they played
the Bucks, bro.
Oh my
man.
god, dude!
I like turned it off. I was like, no, I'm not even gonna watch this.
I was watching Aaron Rodgers cry. He wasn't crying, but
he was pouting. He was just discount double check my ass, bro.
Man, yeah. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I love Aaron Rodgers. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah. Should retire.
No.
I'm just saying, like, he's definitely gotten a lot better, and he's a very experienced. He's like a Drew Brees type person, you know?
Yeah.
But he's not, like, he's falling off the wagon.
Yeah, he's not Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. You know, he's not a Brett Favre. Like, the older Brett Favre gets, the better he gets, you know?
Brett Favre my mom loved Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah, your mom's a Packers
fan. That's why she's a Packers fan.
Yeah. Brett Favre was the move.
Yeah, so now we're just chilling. We live pretty far, and now we hang out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Try to hang out as much as we can, but obviously there's just other
we used to hang out like all the time.
Like literally this summer, the beginning of this summer, we used to hang out like every day.
Yeah.
Every single day. And
so much fun.
Then school started for me, and it's just been like, fuck.
Yeah, and then I went back to work.
Yeah, people are probably just annoyed with me talking about school and how much I fucking hate it right now. Because I literally talk about it every episode where I fucking just like, oh my god, COVID's just ruining my school time.
Hey, at least it didn't, like ruin a restaurant that you helped open,
Yeah.
Like, I was like, damn,
that
I'm
sucked.
25, like came to San Diego to open my own restaurant, and I fucking did. At my set time, I said, by 25, I want to open my own place.
Yeah.
And I did. COVID slapped me in the face this year.
Yeah, that shit sucks, man. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, you have to succeed, you have to fail. And I wouldn't necessarily want to fail like that again.
Yeah, I remember telling you about the stuffed poblano, bro.
Yo,
I'm about to make stuffed poblanos probably tomorrow, bro.
I was like, yo, I need like a vegan, like vegetarian type option. And he was like, stuffed peppers. And I was like, but like bell peppers? Like, I was like, that's not like me, like, I'm kind of bougie when I make food. And then he was like, poblanos. And I was like,
oh, that's one of my favorite things to eat. Oh my
stuffed quinoa. Poblano
well, for me, because I'm not too big fan of like carbs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been trying to just eat strictly like animal based, like more red meat and stuff like that. Because I'm a little bit weird right now. I'm just doing weird diet stuff, and it's been working out really well for me. I have autoimmune disease that I've talked about it with Johnny on my last podcast, where I'm just like, where it's like carbs really fuck me up. Like they really hurt. They make my inflammation just is like activated. So I try to stay away. But so if I do the stuff Pavanas, like tomorrow I'll probably do some white rice, a little bit of white rice, and I'll do I have
quinoa would really fuck.
I like
you
quinoa.
up, huh? Okay.
Quinoa, not that bad. Honestly, not that bad. Quinoa is probably better than rice. You know what I mean for me. Yeah. And then I would say and then I just do ground beef. I used to do ground turkey, but then I'm just like I'm getting so tired of ground turkey that
I'm over ground turkey. The only thing I use ground turkey for is making a mac and cheese, and I ground it up, and then I put like serranos inside of it too, and then I put like a little bit of mixture of flour.
And mac and cheese?
Well, I make the mac and cheese, and then I stuff it inside that ball. Like I'll make a little ball, and I'll just fold it up, and then I'll flour it and like toss it in, and it'll cook in like 20-30 seconds. And then you just put some beer cheese on it.
That sounds so fucking good.
It's so bomb, bro.
Too bad I'm lactose.
Yeah, I know.
Yesterday I had so much Cheetos and my stomach hurts so bad. I don't know if it, because I don't even know what's in a Cheeto. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't know what Cheetos are made of, but honestly,
I don't know if they're cheese or not.
I had these like cheddar, like jalapeno white crisp ones. Like they're not regular Cheetos, and that shit hurt my stomach so bad last night. I was like, I was like trying to do the dishes, and I was like, my stomach hurts. I was just like, why does it hurt? Took like a couple Tums, and it was all good after that. But I just need to stay away from cheese, man.
Yeah, my boss is actually lactose intolerant.
That's funny.
And he we eat like on the food truck and everything. I work for a food truck, you guys. And when he eats and he wants to have cheese, he like takes a pill. He's like, nah. He's like, I'm eating cheese today. And like takes the pill and then just
like a lactate pill.
Yeah, and then he just goes in.
I feel it. I understand that struggle. It's still, I don't know. I just feel like my stomach just feels so much better without cheese and stuff like that.
Honestly, I have like coffee's the thing that like really gets my stomach like like rumbling. I know it's normal for everybody, but like coffee just messes me up.
I feel it. I understand that. I understand that completely. So why do you always flake?
I always flake because I feel in my own head that I have a better thing to do.
Of course you do, you fucking piece of shit. I literally was talking to Siwak this morning. I said, watch, if this motherfucker flakes today, I'm going to have to do a podcast by myself.
Oh, damn,
and I was like, this is going to be so sad. I was just like, he's like, and then I was just like, you know what? I was like,
good to know you're thinking of me.
And then I was just like, look at this thing that he just posted on his Instagram. I read your story. I said, of course he would post this. I said, but the thing is though, that Tobi doesn't this is not what Tobi does. I said, Tobi freaking says that he's going to do something and then just flakes last minute.
like 30 seconds.
It's okay. I do it. I used to do it all the time. I do it all the time. I just don't have any more. I just don't hang out with that much people because I just don't commit to anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's just so hard now for me. I'm just so busy. During the summer, I was all about like doing shit. Like I was all about going out, going over to your house, working out, hanging out, doing like smoking weed, fucking
chilling.
Doing this. But bro, the sober October, I cannot wait for it to be over.
This is your second year in a row, actually, that you did it. I remember last year, you were like, I was so pissed because I was like, yo, bro, like, we're about to go in. And you're like, oh, I can't drink. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I used to just hang out and just watch you guys get drunk. And
or get high.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, Justin, come on, man.
I used to be like, yep. This year was a lot easier than last year. I'm not last year.
Because I stayed away from you most
But also last year, bars were open. You know what I mean? Bars were open. People wanted to go out every time we went out. Like
pre-COVID.
Yeah, and then now this year, like the same thing with Alejandro. Alejandro's like, I don't even go out anymore. It's like, yeah, well, there's nowhere to even go out.
Yeah,
you know
or you can go Balboa Park and
get drunk.
Like, all right, what are we like in 16?
Yeah,
like
sit in the parking lot and fucking get drunk. Go sit in the Vaughn's parking lot.
Yeah. In front of Pizza Round Table.
Oh yeah, Round Table Pizza back in high school. Yeah. That used to be the spot, son. Yeah. So we talked about how you flake a lot. I that's one thing I just had to because I had to let everybody know why it's been so hard to get you on here. Yeah. And you know what, the people were just like Alejandro. I'm not gonna try to call him out, but some people were just like, why are you even having him on the show if he just flicks all the time? I said, because you guys don't understand the relationship that me and Toby have.
Yeah.
I have my best stories, and when we get together, it's always the funniest shit that we can talk about.
Yeah, it never gets dull, you know?
Yeah, like literally, like I'm never just sitting with you, and I'm just not like, like,
oh, I'm gonna get going. Like,
yeah,
nah,
like it's always like I literally hang out with you for hours, and it's like such a fun time. You're such an entertaining person.
I mean, someone's gonna do it. But
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to tell great stories, even though they're a little far fetched.
Mostly far fetched.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I like chew on ice too. You know. I prefer the real thing. I'll like grab like a block of ice. And then I'll just like.
What?
No.
I thought you were talking about freaking ice, like meth.
No, what the no?
That was the real thing.
No,
tell me, Toby.
No, I didn't even know that was a reference. Actually,
yeah, ice
my bad.
Meth.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
So, so how's your dating life been lately since COVID? Since COVID.
Okay, so I started talking to this girl at the beginning of COVID, and her name was Laura.
Shout out Laura.
Yeah, shout out Laura. She was like, in my name, or her name in my phone was literally Chaldean Goddess.
Chaldean?
Yeah,
I remember.
She was Chaldean.
It's Chaldean.
And if you guys don't know, Chaldean is actually like the Christians that are in Iraq. And they actually had to like move and like go all different around like in the Middle East. So they're Middle Eastern people and like Iraqi.
Because Muslims are fucking with them?
Yeah, they're like, yo, like that's not a religion, like fuck you, and like whatever. I don't know the whole details. Yeah. But she was called Dean, and she was a first generation American. Her parents came over and like started business and like
nice.
Super cool, but like just COVID was just a bitch and a half. We were like always skeptical. Like it was so hard to even like try and make a move.
Yeah, I feel it.
And I was like, well, fuck, like you're really like to yourself, you know? Or like that girl. And I was like, it's just kind of hard. Like we went on like 6-7 dates.
Yeah.
And it was good. We didn't like, you know, necessarily end things, you know, but like we just stopped talking. I went to go visit my brother and then came back and like it just
didn't work out.
No, she didn't pass the vacation test.
What's the vacation test?
The vacation test is when you go on a vacation or like a trip, and when you come back, if you don't want to see them, like one of the first things you want to go do, like that's it. Like, you know, like that's a vacation test, or at least what I call it. And 9 out of 10 times it works. So.
Nice. That's a weird test, but
I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm talking to this girl, I'm gonna go take a vacation.
I kind of know what you're talking about, because in high school, I used to like, if I went to go do something, and if I didn't, if I like, I remember going to like Warped Tour one year, and then just being like, I don't even want to be with this girl anymore. Like, why am I even with that girl? Why is there a sock right here?
I don't know. I thought it was like Finn's sock.
No, it's for Apollo. He likes to chew on my socks, so I put it up there.
You an ankle sock guy?
All socks. I have long socks on right now, but ankle socks I wear when I'm wearing shorts.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm always long socks all day.
I know you do.
Nothing else.
I know you do. I know that you're wearing long socks right now.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, I understand, because like I used to go, like I wouldn't say that like a vacation test, but when you're doing stuff and then you come back and you don't want to see them, it's like, do you really want to be in this relationship?
Yeah.
Because I've done that a lot, where you do something and then like you're just like, it doesn't match up anymore. You know what I mean? But I don't know about vacation tests. I don't think that's the correct. I mean, I guess it was like urge,
the right path. You know, like how we were like talking, and then I left. But then when I came back, like I haven't really like tried to like talk to anyone. Mm-hmm. I tried to talk to like one girl, but it just like backfired, and we've been friends for a while. And I was like, we both got like really shitty drunk one night, and I was like, yo, this is the right time. Like, dumb decision, you know? Yeah. And so I told her, and then like the next time we got really drunk together, she was like, hey, like, do you want to go back to like how it was and just like forget that like we like told each other? And I'm like, well, damn, like,
you're just like, I guess.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm not fucking you anyway. Like, you know, like,
yeah,
sure. But yeah, I mean,
I can imagine it's pretty hard during quarantine and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really like looking or anything. I'm more focused like on myself. Like I'm being
that's
selfish.
It's not selfish. It's just looking out for yourself. You know what I mean? You're just
Yeah.
like focus on yourself, and then so you can focus on other people. That's one thing that people got to remember getting into relationships. I'm not a relationship advice like person. I just love my girlfriend and stuff like that, and I've noticed that.
Yeah, Rose was really dope for you.
Yeah, and then once like you kind of focus on yourself and get everything in line with yourself. Everything else will fall apart. You know, everything else will fall in line with that.
That's why I think like you and Rose was like great because I mean I've been through every relationship, except like the very first one. I don't think I was there for that one. I was there for like the end of it, but other than that, like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you get girls. You know what I mean? Like girls like you. I mean, you've had a couple girlfriends in your life, and you've hooked up with a lot of chicks before. I think that I helped out with a lot of your chicks, and after getting out of the Marines, showing you that you don't have to go for baby mamas, and that you have some.
It was kind of hard in Lompoc, you know.
Yeah, everybody has a baby mama. Everybody's a baby mama in there. Yeah,
you're like, oh, I got to go pick up my kid. We're like, damn.
But I feel like you got some more confidence once we got out of the Marines too, especially with me.
Yeah, it was bad news bears because I was a bouncer at the best bar in town, and then I worked at the best place to go eat.
Yeah,
it was just like, oh, you want to get fed? Cool. You want to get drunk?
Yeah.
Like I was like, cool. You want to come back to my own place? And they're like, fuck yeah. And I'm like,
I'm happy about that. That was a good time. That was a really good time. That was like simple times. I felt like simple times where like we kind of didn't know where we were going, but we had a plan. You know what I mean? Luckily, we didn't have to stay. I would have been miserable if I stayed.
I would have been happy because I would have been with a girl that I wanted to be with. Yeah. But like, other than that, no.
I'm happy that you left. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm happy about all that stuff. We do have some really good times together. Let's talk, since we're on the girl subject, I wanted to bring up, we have this thing that we did back when we were really shitty boyfriends.
Like really shitty boyfriends.
It's probably around...
It was 2014.
2014?
Yeah.
You think 2014 is when we're on leave?
No,
leave?
No, because 2014 we left. Because 2012 we went to the military.
It was like 2015, 2016,
2013,
2015 to 2016. Because we're still in the Marines, but we're on our way out.
We were gone. We were gone. We were balling.
Whatever. It was
2014, bro. I'm telling you.
Christmas time?
The 2014, 2015.
It was New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah, because our girlfriends like broke up with us like right after Christmas or some shit. Yeah, and then
we obviously had some side pieces. Some side
bitch.
As Toby would call it, side bitch New Year's.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It does. It was a good New Year's. It was really fun. Our girlfriends at the time were really shitty. Broke up. Yeah. I think I took my girl at the time, like took her on this big ass trip, and then she just like ditched me, she wasn't emotional at all during the whole trip. I spent hella money on her, like this whole trip, and then right as we get back, she breaks up with me, and I was just like, okay. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I think I bought like that girl like some bad perfume or something like that.
And then your girl, and then you brought some girl from like LA up to.
I'm okay. So the story with that girl is like the Marine Corps ball, right? You know, you can like bring dates
in November. So this is adding up from November to.
One dude like brought this girl, and he was like, oh, like I've been best friends with her like forever, like she's fair game. And I was like, yo, sick. And he was like, go for it. And I was like, all right. So like I go for it, and she like shuts it down, and I was like, all right, cool. And she's like, it's not that I don't want to, it's just, I'm on my period. And I was like, cool. Respect that, you know. And I was like, I'll hit you up sometime.
It could have been worse. It could have been like, oh, I have herpes.
Yeah. And then sure enough, like hit her up, and I was like, yo, like you want to come over to like this party in Lompoc? Like, yeah. And she's from LA, so it was super funny because she said yes. I was like, wow, you're leaving LA to come to Lompoc?
For Toby?
Like, for me, like damn.
Yeah, there was like some big rave party going on.
Yeah, it was like right off like Rucker Road or like
so weird.
It's weird. Good time, simpler times.
Yeah.
And then Justin brought someone.
I brought some girl from Orchid. That's like 20 minutes away. She stayed at my house for the weekend.
Can we talk about that the next day? You remember?
I just remember throwing up. I just remember like that.
Chris.
So I remember. So no. Yeah. We can talk about that. So So I'll tell this story. So the night, so Toby was driving, so he stayed sober pretty much the whole night of New Year's.
It was my brother's truck.
And I got hammered. When I talk about hammered, like there was a one point where I was dancing with this girl. Toby was right next to me, and then we had like whoever else was with us was with some chick. I think it was Tito maybe.
No, Victoria and Casey.
Okay. Oh yeah, we had those two girls, and then we were all chilling, and there was just this giant bottle of Bacardi rum.
Yeah, it was like halfway.
And I just could grab it, and I fucking start chugging it, and I was just like getting fucked up, having a great time. It was a bunch of people there. We weren't like
Let's Get Lost remix.
Yeah,
that was the G-Eazy. That was a song that was playing.
Oh,
I have wicked memory.
Yeah, you're sober too, and then I remember, and then I threw up.
You meant right now or like then?
What?
Sober.
Oh, you were sober back then.
Yeah, me too.
At that night. And then we went to, you drove me home while I threw up outside like a Tundra's window. You know, the Tundra window.
They open up like that little latch.
And I started throwing up, and then went back to my house, and that girl took care of me all night. Thank that girl. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not. I don't know.
And then so I threw up, and then she took care of me, and then it was all good. And then the next morning, woke up, and then I look outside, and I see my ex-girlfriend at the time because she broke up with me.
Yeah, we didn't get back together with them till like the third or like the second or third.
Yeah, like it was because I remember like going. It was like I had a whole block of leave because I feel like
we left like I think 2 days before Christmas. It was like December 23rd, and then we got to come back at like the 5th or the 6th.
I think we got back from a deployment, didn't we?
Yeah, I think that was
the post-deployment leave, so that makes sense. And
because it was like Marine Corps ball, and then it was like boom
after our second deployment. So I want to say it was in 2015.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That kind of adds up.
No, because it was right before.
I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But anyways, so this girl, my ex-girlfriend, shows up to my house. She literally shows up to my house
uninvited
because I wasn't messaging her the whole night. Like
she was there though. That was the thing. But she didn't see him because like me, the sober friend, like I'm the homie, and I was like,
oh, she was there at the party.
Yeah, she was there. Her and mine. They both showed up, and I was like, "Yo, I'm avoiding both of them."
I don't remember that at all. I don't
remember a lot in that party.
Yeah, I guess. And we were like right up on the stage too, so it was like this huge rave thing going on in our small town.
Yeah, and it was like
there's so much people there.
It was like our age group too.
Yeah, it was so much people there, and we weren't even. Yeah, I think we were just 20, 21. I wouldn't say 20.
Yeah, it was probably like 19.
Yeah, 19, 20. Yeah, and we were getting fucked up, and then So my ex shows up to my house, and then my stepdad, which is an OG, shout out Chris, he's the triple OG for this. I looked up my awning on my second floor, and I told him, I was like, hey, my ex-girlfriend's here. Like, can you just tell her I'm not here? Even though my car is parked outside, just say I'm at Luis's house, my homie Luis. And I was like, just say that we got drunk.
He was there too.
Yeah, Luis was in the room with me too, because he came up. He was just like, "Yo, like,
I know you got a girl in here, but
like, can we hang out real fast? Like, can we? I'm just bored as fuck hanging out with your parents." And I was like, "Yeah, just come in here and we just hang out." It was like right off in the morning, and obviously my parents were going to want to kick it in the living room where he was sleeping, and we just got fucked up the night before. Luis was with us. That's who it was. Luis Dons. And then so my ex-girl goes up to the door, knocks, and is like, "Oh, where's Justin?" And then my stepdad's like, "He's not here." And she's like, "Oh, can I check his room?" Like, no.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. I was sitting where I was like looking over, and I could hear what she was saying. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I said, what are you doing? Like, get the fuck out of here. While I had another girl in my room. Like, I was just like, oh, this is like a movie.
Yeah.
I said,
Chris was an OG for that.
Yeah, and he was just like, no, he's not here. And then she was like, okay. And then I watched her like leave. And I was just like, fuck yeah. I said, yes.
Yeah, good times in that house, man.
Yeah, man. That was the party house.
When
my mom would go, when my mom and Chris first started dating, we used to throw the biggest parties there.
Water. I want to talk so much shit. The girls.
Oh, the girls that pooped?
Yeah, it's still like this water main.
Yeah, I had a sprinkler water main in my backyard, and somehow every time I threw a party, somebody would fucking kick it or something like that and break it. And so I had to shut off my whole water to my house.
And we went around and told everyone, and especially we told the girls, we're like, hey, like, you know, if you use the restroom, like, don't flush, like, you know, like you can't flush.
Well, the thing is that girl was in the bathroom when I turned off the water.
No, they weren't. Dude, we told them because it was those two sisters, and they went to like the upstairs and the downstairs and like simultaneously shit together.
Shit in the fucking bathroom when the water wasn't running, and then like people like literally was just like. No, because I remember somebody telling me that they were in the bathroom and then came out and was just like, the toilet's not flushing. And then someone was just like, that was the upstairs one. The water's not even, and they're just like, well, the water's not running anymore. He just announced that. And then she was just like, oh, and then she just left.
Yeah, like she left the party completely.
Because she shit in the fucking toilet.
Everyone knew, like, they were like, yo, that girl just shit in the toilet. And it wasn't even like a small shit. Like, I didn't even think girls pooped until that day, bro.
Yeah, that was a huge shit. And I was so pissed. And then the next day,
if you see this, you know who you are.
Yeah. Honestly. I just remember like girls coming up to me. Where did I go to the bathroom? I said, you gotta leave.
Yeah.
If you gotta go to the bathroom, it was already like 1 o'clock, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
by the time we turned off the water.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like if you're here and you can't go to the bathroom and you need to go to the bathroom, go somewhere else. Like, go home. Because, like, I'm not fixing this right now. I'll wait till tomorrow morning to fix it.
And when you did fix it, you, like, made it worse. That was so funny.
Oh, the first time.
It just popped out.
Yeah, when I tried to fix it when I was drunk, like...
Oh, that night, too?
Yeah. The next morning I fixed it. It was easy. Mm-hmm. It was the night of me trying to fix it drunk was where it just made it worse. Because somebody kicked it. And it was already kind of loose on one side, and then so when I tried to fix it and just put it back together, it just went because it's water pressure. Science. Lately I've been sleeping really well. I went over my sleeping schedule last episode with Johnny, and I've just been sleeping a lot better lately, especially not drinking.
Yeah, I mean, I got a new bed, so like that, dude. Oh. I sleep. I think when I got it, I think like the next day I slept like 16 hours, and I was just like. Yo, I'm never getting out of bed.
Yeah, I want to get a new bed. I need a bigger bed.
Yeah, what are you rocking? Like a king?
I have a queen right now. I want to get a king.
I have a full, and it's like perfect, bro.
Well, yeah, it's only yourself. It's me and Rose right now. So it's just like, I need a little bit bigger. Yeah. We should everybody, Toby should start a podcast, I think.
Yeah, we're going to call it Chopping It Up.
Or Chopping It Up with Chef T. I think somebody already had like Cooking It Up or something like that. So maybe we have
but chopping is like, yo, because you chop at girls, you know, like you chop food.
And you chop at each other with each other. Yeah, that's pretty good. So how much tattoos do you got?
I have 7 if you count these as like 2 separate ones, so 6.
What does it say on your arms?
So this arm says Custos, and this one's Fratris, and it's in Latin. For my brother's keeper,
obviously Marine thing.
Yeah, it was actually like my main like drill instructor like through boot camp. He kind of like inspired me to do it.
Nice.
And he had it in English.
Oh, cool.
And he's actually over here in San Diego. I'm actually about to start his like 6-week like workout program.
Oh, cool.
But it's like a running program.
Oh, I love running.
Yeah, and he's like Trinidad. So he like has like this like weird thick accent, and it's like weirdly brisk. And I'm like, yo, what the hell, man? Mm-hmm. But man, I forgot where we're going with this.
No, your tattoos.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So my brother's keeper, like it's about the story, not to get too religious or weird with you guys, is it's about the story of like Cain and Abel, and you know, the sons of God, and Cain looked after his brother, but then finally got influenced by like Lucifer or like the devil, and he killed his brother in the field and came back, and God was like, yo, dude, like, where's your brother?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. I'm not my brother's keeper. Mm-hmm. And to me, I'm like the opposite of that. Like, I am my brother's keeper. Like, I take care of my own. Like, you know, like, if you're in my circle, like, I'm going to do everything in my power to, like, take care of you. Because that's just the type of man I am.
I've never even heard that before. Like, I've heard of brother's keeper and stuff, but I never heard that story before.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it, and I got inspired from my other friend. Mm-hmm. And we were going to go get matching tattoos. And I was like, dude, I'm not getting 2 forearm tattoos matching with you.
Yeah.
So he got it in English, and then I got it in Latin.
Oh, cool. would you what the fuck was I gonna say? Are you religious at all?
I was very religious
Growing up?
Yeah, like, so my grandparents on my mom's side were like super, like, they're pastors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My grandpa, like, still every Wednesday he holds like a Bible study. He goes to the jail and he reads to convicts or, like, you know, people who are
Nice.
in jail or prison. And overall, like, that man is like a true, like, man. He went into the military, got out, and was like,
Wait, what branch?
I think the Air Force. And sure enough, like, it was ridiculous because he, like, turned into, like, a gangster, you know, like a mobster, like, way back in, like, the 60s, you know?
After the military?
After the military. So I think he got out, like, 62, 63. And then he, like, went and became, like, a mobster, like, you know, gang member, like, whatever they called it back in the day. And then he met my grandma. And my grandma convinced him to quit everything he was doing, any drugs, narcotics, whatever, like anything, give up his entire gang life and devote his life to God.
Nice.
And she convinced him. And now he's still, like I said, preaching.
Yeah. So you'd say you were really religious growing up, and then you kind of transitioned out of the religion, or do you still believe? Like, how do you feel? I mean, you don't have to talk about it too much if you don't.
No, I'm completely comfortable with it because, like, it's a transition that everyone needs, I feel like, to experience.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was very Christian, like Protestant, you know, growing up. And, you know, I even gave a testimony, you know. If, like, you look on my Facebook and go to my notes, like, you'll see my testimony that
you
I
have,
put
like,
up.
Matthew something on your back, right?
Yeah, Matthew 7:14.
Nice. Austin 3:16 or whatever. Boom!
Yeah, I was like thinking Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously you used to work downtown.
Yeah.
So would you say that was probably one of your latest times in working in San Diego, working downtown? Because I think when you worked in downtown, you were having a blast.
Like, yeah, I was out of control.
Drinking.
The first time that I started working in San Diego was not it. So what was it? May 2018 to September 2018. It was not a good time. I was, like, picking up everyone's shift. I was getting paid like shit. And I was just busting my ass, like, probably like 50, 60 hours, like, a week at one job. And I was still rolling, like, another job. And they moved me because they were like, yo, this kid's great. Not to toot my own horn or whatever.
Yeah, you are good.
And they moved me over to another spot in La Mesa. And then after La Mesa, I had to leave and go back.
Why'd you have to leave?
Because they made me management, and then they made me, like, sign, like, a contract saying, like, oh, like, you won't have any, like, sexual interactions with any of, like, the servers.
Fucking bitches. That's what you're doing.
I know,
That's
bro.
exactly what you're doing, but it's all good.
I mean, they didn't even catch, like, the first one, but, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started dating her, and then, like, they moved me back to Werewolf, you know, back in downtown. And once that happened, they put me in charge of, like, the night. And, like, it was bad news. Like, every Friday I started making cookies. And
cookie exchange.
The cookie exchange. I would make, like, my own homemade recipe that I learned in culinary school. It was, like, a final first semester. And I made about, like, 150, like, every Friday, like, decent size, you know, cookies.
Yeah, they're fire.
And
he knows how to make super good cookie dough.
Yeah. Like, I made homemade.
Ding.
Yeah. I had to, like, make my own recipe for school. So that's, like, my own legitimate, like, recipe. I can, like, publish that fucking shit if I want.
Nice. Yeah, bro. That's, oh, man.
Yeah. I would trade all the bars with free food. Or, like, free drinks.
Food, free drinks.
Yeah.
You just used to get, I remember just going into, like, spots with you and every girl knew you.
Yeah.
It was really nice when you worked downtown.
Where's my cookies? Like, damn, girl, like, I'm here, hey.
I feel it. Finn said, where are my cookies?
Yeah.
Finn's so cute right now.
Yeah.
He's the best. Yeah, that was a really lit time when you worked downtown. I used to just love it.
Yeah, when the boys would come and visit,
I used to just love going downtown and just you whipping up burritos in the back. You know what I mean? That show used to be fire.
Damn, bro. Or so there was this time where we all got drunk, and it was Vanessa and David were there too.
Yeah.
And it was, like, just us. and we all got hammered.
And I remember.
I was supposed to like go back with you guys, but then like I knew this girl I was like talking to then.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, like, it's my birthday, like just like, you want to come home with me? And I was like,
you ordered like so much food.
I got like 4 Cali burritos and like 30 wings, and I was like, yo, like, all right, cool. I was like, well, I gotta drop this food off, and she's like, well, we can do it on the way because I live on the way to their house.
Oh yeah, she lived in like super far.
Yeah, and then we ended up going to my house because I was way too fucking drunk, and then I like put like all the food in the fridge and like passed out, like threw up, and that girl took care of me on her birthday.
Nice.
Which is the sickest thing. She was dope.
Shout out that girl.
Yeah, shout out that girl.
Shout out that lady.
That
lady.
I
know who it is. I know who it is. But let's just not talk about. Don't say any names. So let's say that lady.
That lady, right?
She ain't no girl. Let's not. Don't lie to yourself. She's a woman. She is a grown woman.
Okay, moving on.
No chick.
Yeah.
She was cool. I liked her. I liked her a lot when you were talking to her. I wish you stayed with her.
Yeah. I saw her actually this other day.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, oh my God, my heart dropped.
Is she still working right now?
No.
Oh, okay. Because of the whole COVID
Yeah,
thing,
whole COVID.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so since we were talking about, your cooking and stuff like that, what would you say? So I have a couple questions. So what's one of your favorite dishes to make? Like just like what's your signature dish?
Ooh, like signature dish, definitely mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese?
Yeah. I'm writing a cookbook called 365 Mac and Cheese.
365 mac and cheese coming soon. Coming right at you. It's going to come throwing it right at your face. Find it on Amazon by Tobias Meza.
I've been working on that for like 4 or 5 years right now. I have like 200. I just came up with my 15th recipe. And I have like a chef's block or a writer's block. I don't know which one. But it's like, dude, it's hard as fuck to make like, 150 more fucking recipes.
Yeah, you should make that, man. You should put that out soon.
I've been working on it for years, bro.
Yeah, you gotta put it out there so people can buy it, man.
I know. I just want to have the full thing.
No, fuck that. Make a blog or something.
Yeah, I'll put a mac and cheese every other week.
Nice. So you'd say mac and cheese is your favorite food to make for people, or what would you say is like?
That's like my favorite food overall.
Okay.
My favorite food to make for other people is definitely like pico de gallo.
Okay.
Because
why pico de gallo?
One, the cutting skills of it. You can like really like flex, because I cut everything like perfectly square and like tiny. They would call it a brunoise or whatever, and it's like an 1/8 of an inch by an 1/8 of an inch, And if you do that like perfect,
you have some fucking fire cutting skills.
Yeah, and
cutting skills suck.
I would do that, and I would put. I'm a firm believer of like tomatoes, jalapenos, red onions, cilantro, and lime, salt and pepper.
Sounds so fucking good.
And dude, because honestly, I love making that for people because one, I can flex, on the cuts.
Yeah.
And then two, people who don't even like pico try it and they're like, yo, this is fucking delicious.
Yeah, you should make me some and I can put this shit on some tacos and shit.
Yeah, we'll put it out here.
Yeah. Everybody wants to hear me eat. Yeah. That's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go get some OB Noodle House after this.
Yo, wings.
Ooh, I can't wait. I'm so hungry now. So food. So you also make bolognese.
Yeah,
I've never had it. So
yeah, so it's from this place called Bologna, Italy, and they made it.
Bologna?
It's like bologna, spelled exactly the same. And they actually made it into this like long, over like not days, but like over a couple hours, like cooking process. And I always get mixed things from Italians, because some Italians are like, yo, you got to let that shit sit for like hours.
Yeah.
And then I got some there like, 30, 45 minutes. And I'm like, yo, like, how do you get that much flavor in it then?
Yeah.
But
you layer the fuck out of it.
Yeah, like I go deep and like my best recipe, I finally got it down.
Nice.
And
how long does it take you?
7 hours.
Wow.
6 the least, 7, 9 the most.
That's just sauce, right?
That's just the sauce, bro. That shit is.
He got that sauce.
Yeah. Oh man,
got that sauce, got that dressing. Chifaki.
We were messing with our chefs, when we were in culinary school, and we would always ask them, we're like, the difference is between the juice and the sauce? And they would be going on this like, well, sauce is like, like this. And like juice is like a liquid and like all this. And we're just sitting over there like, you ain't got the sauce, dog.
You ain't got the sauce, dog.
You can make the sauce, but you ain't got the sauce.
Yeah, true. Toby's got that sauce, dog. Got that barbecue sauce.
Yeah. My friend, oh man, I can't wait for him to watch this. He tried to make barbecue sauce the other day. Mm-hmm. Just
gross.
Trash. I was like, bro.
You gotta add ketchup and brown sugar.
He put like a whole, like, he didn't put ketchup, and like he just put like a whole thing of tomato paste. And I was like, bro, you're supposed to like moderate that with like other ingredients.
My little cousin Chris still likes to make barbecue a lot. He loves. He just got one of the big flat things to make carne asada and like tacos and stuff. I don't know what it's called. One of those like flat pans that you usually would use at like a, I don't know what they're called.
Cooking tray. Like a tray.
It's just a big barbecue pit, but a flat grill. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what those are called. But I call those like old school grills.
Yeah, that's
OG
what
grills.
Yeah, he's doing that, and he loves. I remember you guys talks about making barbecue sauce because he's made his own.
Barbecue sauce is so good. If you do it right.
Little Chris hates you.
No, he doesn't.
After that cat food pasta night.
Oh my god, the cat food pasta. I was on Molly. Fuck you guys.
Oh, right? You're on Molly.
Yeah, I was Molly T.
That was funny. That was a funny night. It's popping Molly's to hang out with the boys.
To hang out with the boys.
Literally, I don't even know if I was drinking that night. I think I was. Oh, I was drinking.
You had like a couple beers.
Yeah, I had a couple beers because we were trying to get food and we couldn't because I was drunk. And everybody was like, "Oh, let's go get food." And I was like, "We're not driving right now."
Yeah,
everybody.
Like nobody's. You're on Molly and we're drunk. Like.
Yeah, like nobody's driving right now. Let's wait till I sober up and then we can leave. And then everybody was just like, "Oh," and then I was just like, "We got a chef right here. Let's see what we got in the kitchen." We were in our friend's dad's house, and it was kind of like
trap house.
Yeah, the trappiest trap house, and it was fun. I liked that house, but damn, that was some gross food. I mean, it was good that you made it, but it's just the fact that he kept his pasta in cat food containers. It's so weird.
So weird, dude.
And it tasted weird, but we ate it and then our friend threw up.
Yeah, okay, but that was good. He was fucked up. Yeah.
Here, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go take a piss.
Yeah, no worries.
And we are back. I was gonna, since I have this soundboard and stuff, and I can put all these things. I was gonna put the 619 San Diego. I was gonna put that in and then I was gonna clip it. But obviously, I'll probably clip it in now. Yeah, like probably get that clip and just put it in here in the video so everybody knows what I'm talking about. But
I live in a fucking 619 San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to fucking Johnny, Lloyd, David, and Whitmer.
It was really funny.
If you go on his Instagram,
yeah, you can watch that video. It's on my personal, but I'll put it on the podcast one too. I want more people to start following the podcast, so
I'll start publicizing it.
Good, I hope so. I want more of my friends to do that. Like they watch it. I thank everybody. Thank everybody for watching my podcast. I want to say thank you to all the viewers and everybody that's actually like watching it and like listening to it and giving me feedback, because that's really helping me out. And I know that it's not the most entertaining shit that we can talk about, but it's a little bit. I think this episode is gonna be pretty funny. But
yeah.
So all right, so you have your bolognese, and then you have your mac and cheese that you like. Mm-hmm. Anything else that you really like cooking? Anything that like kind of sticks out?
Oh man, risotto.
Risotto?
Yeah. So risotto actually isn't. So what a chef told me, like one of my mentors, she said that risotto isn't necessarily a type of food. Mm-hmm. It's how you cook a food. And risottoing takes.
Wait, can you say that again?
What?
It's not. Wait, what did you say?
It's not a type of food.
It's the way you cook a food?
It's the way you cook a food. So like you can risotto damn near anything.
What's risotto then?
Risotto is when you add like hot liquid to a dish and you're pretty much simmering out all of the liquid out of it and keeping all of the flavor of that hot liquid. And so pretty much like say you had rice, right? A little bit of butter, onions. You get that translucent, until those onions are translucent. Add the rice, toss it a little bit. You would use oil at the beginning, not butter. My bad, excuse me. And
can you use butter?
You can, but it would cook too quick.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you would throw in the rice, get it all oiled up, and then you would start adding that hot liquid to it. And then literally you're just cooking it, and you don't want to lose that sizzle, like that's. and literally throw the hot liquid in, and you cook it until that grain gets enough liquid inside of it to completely cook it all the way through.
Wow. Because usually you just cook rice, and I just cook rice in a rice cooker.
And forget about it, yeah. But risottoing is like, you can do that to quinoa.
Nice.
You can do it to pretty much any food. Like I've done in my cookbook, like I've done a risotto mac and cheese. And
you cook the mac and cheese risotto style?
Yeah,
like
it's
going,
fucking
is it
sick.
good?
It was.
Does it get hard at all?
No, it gets soft.
I know, but does it like, because I don't know.
You can overcook it and not add enough liquid, and then
Okay.
it'll like solidify.
You have to constantly add liquid to it?
It's like a 20-minute thing. And like, you can't just be like, oh, it's not like a meal that you can just walk away from. So like, if you make risotto for a girl, one, it's one of the best foods. And two, like, girl, I just put like 20 minutes in that shit. Like,
better like it.
Yeah,
I remember you talking to me about you cooked your excess steak one time.
oh my God.
And
This is the last time I like ever cooked for a girl, bro. Like, cooked her a steak, and she's kind of like a bougier type of girl, you know, like she had more money, you know, growing up. And, you know, I threw it.
I wouldn't say she's bougie. I would just say that she just got everything that she wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
She's not a bad girl. She was,
No, not at all. She's a great person still.
yeah.
Yeah, but we just, our interests never aligned.
Yeah, that's true. You're a crazy person. I would never expect you to be with somebody like her. So it's okay. You're way better off without her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She didn't want me to cook food. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
that's me.
Yeah,
like,
that is you. You're a way better person. But anyway, so yeah, you were cooking her a steak. I remember. You go with the story.
Yeah, so I started cooking a steak, and I was like, yo, like, how do you like want yours done? She was like, oh, like medium, you know, like medium rare. And I was like, cool. And it wasn't like the most expensive piece of like meat, you know.
Like a ribeye, right?
It was like something else, like sirloin or something like that.
Okay.
You know, like not the best, but like it was like an $8 steak. So I was like, cool, whatever. Had some marbling in it. And I cooked it, and she was like, this is like so gross, like, you know, it's like tough and like it's chewy and like all this. And I'm just like, well, like I did the best I could, because it had like 0 fat content in it. So I was like, yo, like mine's bomb. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I feel it.
And ever since that, like I just stopped cooking for any girl that I talked to.
Sad.
Yeah, but I mean, I've only cooked with one other girl, and shout out Livia Valdez.
Shout out.
She's has celiacs, so she's like gluten intolerant. And we cooked together, and she's a vegetarian as well. Mm-hmm. And it was like the coolest thing, because we made tacos, and we used like
cauliflower.
No, we used carrots for the shells. It sounds weird, but we used cheese to mold it together too. And because I mean, she's not dairy intolerant, you know.
Yeah.
And literally, like, dude, we used that, and we put them on the racks inside the oven, like the.
Yeah, if you're keto or whatever, making that cheese taco shell, that's I've heard that's really good.
And it was like perfect, and we made like avocado tacos.
Nice.
It was.
That sounds bomb. Yeah. I want an avocado taco right now. Have you ever been to Mike's Taco Club in OB?
No.
That's so fucking good.
Fire.
Yeah, it's some of the best tacos, but they're just like $5 tacos, so kind of expensive.
I've been going to this like Mexican barber, and she is the greatest thing in the world. I call her like every like older like Mexican woman like mamas.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to talk to her. I was like, yo, like you got the hookup on tamales, because I'm not trying to go back home to pick up tamales and drive them back to San Diego. And she was like, oh yeah, she was like, you can go to this like hole in the wall taco place. It's like right down by my street.
Show me. You gotta show me.
And it is literally like, I got like 6 tacos. I got 2 adobita. I don't know how to say that word.
Adobe? Adobe Pro?
Like 2 of those tacos, and I got like 4 carnitas.
I think it's adobati, or I don't know.
Adaba.
You're talking to 2 white people. Pretty much white people.
White people, yeah. Don't let this confuse you.
Yeah, exactly. Toby's the whitest brown person I know.
Yeah. And yeah, fire. And it was like $6 for like, it was like $1 a taco, and they were like double layered fucking tacos. And I was like, yo, all right.
I feel it. Yeah. With steak, with cooking for girls and stuff, I feel like sometimes you just kind of, I don't know. Lately I've just been cooking steak for rosé and stuff. And I don't know, man. I don't know if like, it's because I haven't cooked in a long time. I haven't been able to grill and stuff, but every time I just overcook it and it just comes out like not as good as I wanted to. I cooked fillets the other day and it was really good, but
2 minutes tops, like getting cooked. Let it sit for the rest. It depends. Like if you want it like medium well, but you got to blast heat, bro.
I like medium.
Yeah, if you want medium, 40 seconds each side, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, but blast it. Get a cast iron.
I have a cast iron.
Yeah.
I have cast iron.
Yeah, cast iron's like literally
Yeah, I think I've just
best
been
thing.
fucking it up. I think I've been just leaving it on there for too long.
I did. I mean,
Because the thing is that, like, I just don't want it to be too bloody. You know what I mean? Because not everybody. Because Rose doesn't like it like that. She likes the medium. Medium is probably like perfect. I think medium's like the best that you can get. But for like some meats, I like it medium rare.
yeah.
That shit's fire.
I like tri-tip, medium rare. Actually, on any of my steaks, medium rare.
Yeah, I like medium. I like medium a lot. We talked about religion, but how do you feel about aliens?
Aliens, dude. Okay, so there was a man in my family, and I'm pretty sure his name is no, it's not Uncle Pete, because that's my middle name or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
named after an alien fanatic or what?
Yeah, one of the other uncles, like one of my dad's brothers. Never met the dude, and he was like revered because he was as like an alien freak, you know? Like he was like, dude, aliens are real, and it's fucking priceless because I was like, yo, like, that dude's crazy.
Yeah.
And now thinking about it today, they even admitted that, like, you know, aliens are real.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, is that guy like good? Like, it's like, do you believe him now? Like, does he get to come back into the family? Like, what's
That's so weird.
the whole deal? You know, like, how do you?
It's same thing as like smoking weed. Like people that used to smoke weed like were not cool. Like oh, you're just a druggie and stuff like that. But now that smoking weed's like a normalized thing, just like drinking
Everyone's
is
on
like
that, yeah.
it's just like how can you just say like, oh, he's a druggie, you know what I mean? And then now it's legalized. It's like whatever. But now the same thing with aliens. Like obviously there's something out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
there has to be.
That's the thing. That's the thing against a lot of people that are religious. Like they're just like, oh, aliens, pish posh, you know what I mean? Like God. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing I always think about too is like, imagine like being back in like the, you know, ancient days with the Egyptians and stuff like that. Like, or like when you're religious, like who wouldn't, you know, if you saw an alien, that's a lot more futuristic than you.
You would depict him as a god.
Yeah. How do you not know that? That's
it's like ancient aliens, you know?
Yeah. I watched a couple episodes, you know.
One thing I really liked them doing was the skulls, you know, because it was like the tales in the Bible, you know, where there was like giants, you know, and they took a skull from today in modern time, and then they brought it back and put it right next to a skull back then, and like their jawbone doesn't unhinge, you know, like their entire jaw is connected, unlike ours where like it's only this part and then it's connected to our like actual skull.
Yeah.
Well, like theirs and their heads were like, so our normal head size is like this big, and like it was like fucking 3-4 times the size of it, bro.
That's what I mean. I think that's just what I mean. Who knows what they are? Maybe they're just time travelers, and that's what we're gonna be like in the future. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I mean that's what we're pretty much doing. Like since COVID's happening, everybody's staying inside. Less people are going outside, and so I feel like, you know, what's going to happen is that their heads are growing already, and the fact that we're just going to be staying inside, our eyes are going to be all droopy, and like our heads are going to start like getting bigger because all we do is this technology and staying on our phones and stuff. I'm not saying that we're going to get more intelligent, but or more autonomous and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so who knows what those aliens were back in the day, or like what we think is, and then also, if you look at religious books and stuff like that, back in the day, that the halo used to be a mushroom cap. If you look back in some of these old books, I can't remember what book it was. There's a book that shows that it's like how the depicted, like back in ancient, like because you couldn't read it. Obviously, it was all in different language and stuff like that, and then it obviously like it just got ruined and stuff like that. But if you look at the original photos, like what they drew about people, it looked like they were eating mushrooms, and whatever you saw as a god was when you're on mushrooms. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit, yeah, you have to kind of look at it like that. You kind of have to see, like, that's why it's hard to believe in stuff like that. You know, like who knows?
Yeah, because you don't know. You know, it's like hard. You need physical proof, and it's like, fuck.
It's hard to prove some shit.
Yeah.
Especially when there's science out there.
Yeah.
It's super hard. Man.
I can prove I can cook bomb food. Like,
yeah.
like,
I love aliens and UFOs though. I think that shit's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that shit's like a different thing. Because who knows if they're actual gods? Who knows?
Yeah. Like, what if they are? Because they were even
sick.
They were even saying
I really
that,
hope
like,
that there's a Jesus and, you know, and a God, you know, because that'd be, honestly, I believe in that. I believe in Christianity, and you know, like I believe in that shit in a way. You know what I mean? Because that's how it's kind of grew up and culturalized as like Catholic or Christianity, like and stuff like that. I don't believe in like.
Could you imagine if like God was like a Superman type ordeal? Like he was like cast off his planet, and then he was like, "Damn," he's like, "Y'all still reading that bedtime story?" You know,
Yeah.
like, and it's the Bible, and I'm like,
shit's crazy, bro.
it could be like that. Obviously, you know,
Who knows?
I don't want to
man.
get too into it because some people could get offended by it.
Yeah.
You know, by my unbiased opinion of religion and
Yeah,
aliens and all of it.
I understand.
But we don't know. You know?
Honestly. Yeah, let's change up the subject. I don't want people to get offended and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Because I respect people like that. I respect that the religious, and I respect, you know, I respect a lot of people and all that shit. Like I've said in the past. But
Yeah.
let's go on to something about you a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Let's do. How'd you get into fire throwing?
Oh, okay. Fire spinning.
Yeah, talk about fire spinning and how you got into it.
Yeah, so I got into fire spinning like back like 2013. My older brother was doing it outside when I came home from the Marines, and it was like a normal weekend. You know, we go back, you know, go kick it, and he was like spinning fire in like the alleyway, and I'm like, yeah, like what the shit? Like I'm like, dude, that looks sick as fuck. And I was like, can I try it? And he was like, yeah, just don't burn yourself because, you know, you're in the military, like your property. And so I grabbed it and I started fucking flipping it, like throwing it. And I was like, gee, this is fun as fuck. Like, I love being in fire, like surrounded, like heat, like thrive in that shit. Like in deserts, I'm not a big fan of being super hot.
You thrive in heat,
but
I remember making fun of you.
Yeah. But I do thrive in heat. Like in kitchens, like people are like, dude, it's hot as fuck. And I'm like, bro, like
I got this.
Like don't trip. Like you get to
You
go home.
barely
and
sweat,
shower.
right?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I got pulled off a hike in the military because we were like 10 miles in and I like wasn't sweating. They were like, yo, like you have heat exhaustion. Like you're keeping all of your heat inside. And I'm like, no, I just don't sweat, homie.
Yeah. You are a tryhard when it comes to things like that.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah. So like you thrive in heat and then.
Yeah. So spinning fire, like, dude, I just started practicing it. I bought my own staff. I still have it actually. It's over at my crib. And dude, it's just fun fucking time. Like, one, it's fun throwing it. It's a 5-foot staff. It has wicks on the end. And when you ignite it, it like exhumes heat, obviously. You know, it's fucking fire. Like
I've tried it. Everybody, it's not easy as it looks. That's true statements.
Yeah. And honestly, it was fun. I know we did it a couple times at your parties. And if you attach medium grade steel wool to the end of it.
Ooh, that shit's badass.
And you like put copper wire around it, like tighten it up really good. And you spin it and ignite it just like normal. It'll shoot off sparks because of the way that the fire burns the steel wool and the way that it comes off when you spin it. It's just like this whole like crazy fucking thing.
Yeah.
So I remember doing that, and they call that fire poi.
Yeah.
And honestly, spinning fire is so sick. In OB, actually every Wednesday, they moved it over to Mission Beach now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's in Mission Beach for the fire spinning.
Oh, okay.
But they still do the drum circle. So every Wednesday here.
Are you sure it's not an OB?
I'm positive.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
in Mission Beach. It's like right below it. Or
when did they
right
do
above
that?
it. 6 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense,
I went
'cause
there
was
for the
a
last
couple
time,
months
and
ago.
there was like 400 people.
Yeah, that's why I had to avoid everybody because
And I was staying away. I was with my friend. We were smoking our weed, you know, and we were like, you know,
you
people
smoke weed in public. Shame on you.
Oh, shame. Everyone there was.
I was just joking.
I don't care. I'm a leader, not a follower.
Ooh, get them.
And yeah, I went to like the last one they had there, and then like the police even came, like shut everything down.
Obviously.
And then I like hit some people up. I was like, yeah, like where are we gonna go spin fire? And they're like, dude, we're doing it like every Wednesday at Mission Beach, but just fire spinners, like no drum circle, no people
Yeah,
who
the drum
don't spin
circles are kinda
fire.
whack.
They're like, you can bring like a +1, but like if they don't spin fire, like
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
GTFO.
so like I get invited to that like every week, but I don't
Announced
like.
it. Now everybody's gonna start going.
No, fuck no. They'll kick you out. Just kidding.
I don't think you can kick people out of a public area, but
You can fight them in a public area.
you could you throw fire
You
at
can
them.
throw fucking fire at them, bro.
That's fucking funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always said that you're kind of an entertainer. You know what I mean? You've always.
Yeah.
I mean, you can rap. you could like literally you're just full of bar tricks. Like literally
Yeah,
like
I
just
know.
entertaining tricks, bro. You just have like the funniest things.
Like
You're funny, you have funny jokes, you pick up girls that are funny. Like you just do like funny things, and it's just I think that you're just like such a great entertainer, Toby. I just wanted to shout you out real fast. You know what I mean? Because you're so fucking funny. And then like just the antics and the things that you do are just so fucking funny.
Watch this.
Yeah, like you literally hold your beer because watch this shit. What's up? And then like I remember just like you just doing the funniest shit when you're
Outlandish,
drunk. You just
bro.
like I remember you
Give a
pulling out like
shit.
$100 bill out of your armpit to like pay for drinks or something. Like what are you doing?
Like, why?
Like why? First off, that's a girl thing. Why do you have $100 bill inside your shirt? That's the first thing.
Yeah.
That was the funny thing. I remember seeing that. We were at Omnia.
Yo.
That was that night at Omnia.
Omnia, man. Cinco de
Cinco de
Mayo.
Mayo weekend.
Baby bash.
Ooh, baby bash. That was gone to bottle service.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Oh, man.
We showed up. You paid for everybody to get in, and then it just happened to be me and you going into bottle service for not even buying bottles.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a good time.
Simpler times in San Diego.
Yeah, that was before I moved here.
Yeah, it's when I lived like over by college.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still live by college, but that's when I was above the 8.
Oh yeah, SDSU.
I only went to like one party in SDSU, and I like was not a fan. It was like 18, 19-year-olds, and like
Yeah, it's different.
yeah.
I'm gonna get another drink. You want anything?
No, I'll be all right.
All right, let me get another Topo-Chico.
No worries, man.
Like I said, that's why I love having you on the podcast. Well, I wanted you on the podcast.
Yeah, I should have been first.
You should have been. You should have. See, now you're gonna want to be on this all the time.
I mean, I'll be on it when I don't flake.
Honestly, you fucking flake. What's the dumbest shit you've ever done in a kitchen?
Ooh, man.
Do you do dumb shit, or are you professional most of the time?
I'm usually like by the book. Like I'm very strict with food.
What about the first couple of times you're in a kitchen?
Yeah,
You
I mean,
do-
I've done really dumb shit when I was drunk, you know, in a kitchen because like I'll go and I'll work, get drunk, like keep
Yeah,
working.
I feel it.
But podcast get me. The first time I was ever like cleaning fryer, in a kitchen. It was like my first time ever. I was out of the Marines, and like you know, you have a lot of common sense coming out of the military.
Yeah.
You know, because other people were just very stupid.
I feel it.
Yeah, I was like cleaning the fryer, and I was like carrying this huge ass pot of fucking oil, and it was still hot. So I was like, "Fuck," you know, I gotta hurry up with this, and it fucking slipped out of my hand, and it dropped, and it just fucking went everywhere in the whole kitchen, like on both sides of like our prep area, like our whole kitchen line, and there's just like this huge fucking pot,
It was hot oil.
hot oil. I had to like wait for it to cool down and then clean it up. And I'm just like sitting here pouring salt, like a fuck ton of salt, like everywhere to like absorb it up and shit. And it was just horrible. And then you said like the stupidest things in kitchens.
Yeah.
I think like just like forgetting things. Like
Oh, okay.
I never like I'm really like I said like in kitchens like I'm by the book, but like man like I've done some dumb things before. Like I've never cut myself with my knife. You know,
Okay.
like, you know.
Yeah, I
knock
feel
on wood. Like, but other than that, I've seen a lot of stupid things.
What is the stupidest thing you've ever seen in a kitchen? Like people do.
So the stupidest and scariest thing that I've ever seen in a kitchen is the same thing. And this guy put a sheet tray. That's what it was called. A sheet tray over the fryer and was standing on top of it so he could clean the top. Well, when he was like trying to get closer, it fucking slid and his fucking foot fell inside the fryer.
Is the fryer on?
The fryer was on
the
still.
fuck,
Like he's
idiot?
a fucking idiot. And then sure enough, like his foot got stuck. And so like we like two dudes, like me and another guy run over to grab him and we're like fucking like jerking the fuck out of him and his foot probably got stuck inside the fryer.
Yeah.
And like literally like we couldn't get him out for like at least like 20 seconds. And we were like,
shit.
fuck, like that's a 350 degrees fryer. Like, and we pulled it off and it's just, ugh, like, dude, like the shoe was gone and like, it was like molded to his foot. It was just bad. Like I was like, cool, don't put a fucking sheet tray on top of the fryer, you dumb bitch. Like,
Yeah. Even though you probably told him to do it. No, I'm just joking.
he was the one who was teaching me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was
Wow.
like, yeah, fucking idiot.
Idiot.
And then
damn it.
I've seen someone cut off like a whole like top of their finger, and like that one was funny because everyone started panicking. You know, like me, like blood's nothing to me. I just don't do human shit. You know, like human poop.
Okay.
That's the only thing I don't do. I could do throw up, I could do vile waste, but like human shit, like just by itself.
Since I've had a dog, I've been a lot easier with poop. Poop's been.
I can do human or animal, but like just human, like I don't know what it is. Like
I saw me and Rose were at like this Mexican spot down the street, and then literally we order our food, and since you can't like go inside, we like walked around this little shopping plaza, and there's literally a human shit right next door to the place. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's definitely not from a dog.
Yeah.
There's no toilet paper either. So I was just like, that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Huge ass poop.
But to get back to that, in kitchens, I usually do this stupid shit like after I'm off, you know, and I'm like getting really drunk. Like I have this thing when I get really drunk, I like to go take a shit. And sometimes it's dangerous waters because like literally sometimes I have to throw up while I'm taking a shit. So like I have to look for a trash can. Like when I go inside, I'm like, all right, cool, I can take a shit just in case I throw up.
Yeah.
And like I said,
wait, you almost throw up because you have to shit?
No, like I have to like throw up because I'm really drunk, but then I also have to take a shit too. You know,
at your house or
anywhere, just in general, like
your own shit makes you throw up.
No. You're misunderstanding. I'm saying when I'm really drunk, like sometimes like I have like, fuck, I got to go take a shit, you know? And then sometimes during that time too, I feel like I have to throw up.
Okay.
Not because of my own shit, but just
because you're by yourself and now you're focusing on how drunk you are. Okay, that makes more sense.
And so like now whenever I'm really drunk, like I'm like, I have to go take a shit. And then like I got to look for a trash can to make sure I don't throw up. And then dangerous waters, if I'm really drunk, I'll pass out while I'm taking a shit.
I've seen it. I've seen pictures. I've literally seen pictures of you fully naked on the toilet.
It's not a good sight. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen funny
never
pictures.
good.
I wish I still have those pictures.
Yeah, we'll hit up Tito.
Tito, maybe I don't know. I think he got a new phone, so maybe he doesn't have those pictures anymore. But so you're lucky for that.
Yeah.
Because that was just some gross photos.
Yeah, they're all bad news.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to shit or you throw up at human shit or when that sucks. Because I feel it. I know what you're talking about. Like
it's like unlucky circumstances, and I'm like, damn, bro, whatever.
I feel it. I understand. Do you have any pets right now? No, you don't, huh?
No.
You plan on getting any pets anytime soon?
I do. Honestly, I want a dog really bad. I want a girl dog.
Nice.
Yeah, I want like a Sheila.
What kind of dog are you looking for?
I kind of want like I mean, obviously, I want a German Shepherd.
German Shepherds are bad.
You know, but like I'm kind of thinking of like almost maybe like a pit bull, or something else. Like I don't know, maybe like a boxer. But like I don't know. I want something cool. You know, like I want a good dog. I want like a medium dog. Mm-hmm. Honestly, my dream dog's a Nova Scotia Duck-Tolen Retriever.
What the fuck is that?
So obviously like Nova Scotian type dogs, and they're duck dogs. So like they chase ducks. So normally they could either catch ducks by themselves because that's how fucking quick they are, or they'll go and they'll pick them up. And they're like one of like the top breed dogs. They're super sick. And we had this one named Puzza, like P-U-Z-A.
Oh, you had it when you were growing up?
Yeah.
P-U-Z-A?
Mm-hmm. And he was the most loyal, obedient dog ever. And he was the best dog in the world. He would never bite us. You know, and obviously we were kids, you know, like, but he would never bite us. He was well trained by himself, and he was just a great kid, like a great dog. Like it sucked because the family that had him were like these like two rich people. Mm-hmm. They just didn't have time for him. Like they were always working, you know, and we only took in stray dogs, you know, and we had like 6 of them.
Oh,
yeah. Like we had this yellow lab purebred named Lucky. And he was huge, like 150-pound dog, like big old sumbitch. And he had like brain damage because the people who had him before put a shock collar on him, and same thing, took off, like would just leave, go to work.
Fucked up.
And he literally thought he was the size of your dog now, like of Apollo, like he's like a puppy, and he's fucking 150 pounds.
Yeah, big old dog. That's a big ass dog.
Yeah,
my dog's gonna be like 90 pounds. Big ass dog.
Big old doggo.
Cannot wait. I had Julio. I told him that you're going to be on the podcast, and he wanted me to bring this up. He wanted me to bring up the you know how he sold you a car.
Oh yeah.
The car that didn't go in reverse. He wanted you to tell the story about that.
Well, okay, so the beginning of it was like, yo, he's like, I got this extra car, like probably just needs battery charged, and I was like, cool. And I was like, why $200? And he was like, oh,
it was
like
$200. That's what I thought. I thought it was really cheap. Like,
It was like
I thought it was like 500,
yeah,
but
it was
$200 is like
stupid cheap. And I was like, $200
for a fucking car? Why not?
I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, but it was one thing. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, it doesn't reverse. And I'm like, oh shit. So from that point on, when I got that car, like this is how far I thought ahead. You know, like this is how much I had to like think and plan. It's like I had to go to certain areas to park. I could never back up. You know, you could turn it in neutral and you know, fucking move it. But like, dude, fuck. And seriously, it was like the funniest thing because I never got stuck. You know, the entire time that I had that car, I never had to reverse. Like not once.
Yeah. And you were working downtown at the time too.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I'm like, that's how far I planned ahead. Like it was just ridiculous trying to like picture like and do that car. But I mean, it was super cheap. It was sick, but it was just fucking crazy.
What happened to it?
I let a friend use it one night.
Yeah.
Like one night. And then, I was like, just don't crash the car, you know, like just fucking off.
Yeah.
And then I went out and drank with like my girl at the time. And then we were like kind of on a bender. We did like a 2-3 day bender. And when I go back to work the next time to go get it, I'm like, dude, like where the fuck's the car? That dude called out. He was in the hospital. He got in a huge ass car wrecked my fucking car. And I was like, dude, like I should fuck you up, but like you owe me like $200.
It's only $200. So
yeah, that's why I was
whatever.
like, cool. Until I got my $200 and I just like Ubered from there
You
on
had like
out.
the worst luck with cars. You literally buy.
Except the Camry though.
Toby has a Jaguar now.
Yeah.
How's that Jaguar?
It's great. So I have to like charge the battery because if you don't, Jaguars have this like mechanism inside there that if you don't lock the door, the light will stay on like indefinitely.
Oh fuck.
So like you have to lock the door, and sometimes I just like come home, I'm tired as fuck, I just like forget, and the battery like died.
Oh,
so I had someone like come and like get me. I was over at a friend's to go pick them up last night. Before I started drinking, of course.
Of course.
And
sure.
I'm serious. So I only had one beer.
One giant beer.
Yeah. And I get over to the house and I'm like sitting there and I'm talking and I didn't lock my car door, you know, so like the light never turned off, but it was during the day. So like fucking cares. And sure enough, like, my bad.
That's all good.
And sure enough, like, we come back out and we're trying to leave and my car won't start.
Of course.
It's like, son of a bitch, man. So I like call them because they were drunk, you know, I was going to drive them home.
Yeah.
And then like, I was like, fuck, well, I can't call an Uber, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you guys can call an Uber. And when they got there, I asked them, I was like, yo, do you guys have like jumper cables? And they're like, no, not helping you. I was like, dude, like, all right.
It sucks.
So I had to wait like 20-25 minutes for like my homie to come and pick me up. Or not pick me up, but just come and with jumper cables. And I figured you were like, it was like right after you texted me. So it was during the night.
Yeah. I fell asleep pretty early last night. Pretty fucking early. But at the same time, yeah, you just had some bad luck with your cars. It's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
I like these adventurous stories of your cars and stuff like that. You have to do.
Tonto is the
your OG.
move, man.
That was your OG. Halloween's coming up.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
You're having like a little get together with your coworkers and stuff like that and some friends?
Yeah, so every year, so since I moved to San Diego, this is like my 4th year going to this party. I've only been in San Diego like 3.5 years. I was just, whatever, weird
I feel it.
timing. But the first year I wasn't here for it. And then all of the rest, like the last 3 years, I've been there for it. This last year, so in 2019 was the first year that I lived at the house, you know? And
that does the Halloween parties? Yeah.
Yeah, because we got to know each other during culinary school.
Yeah.
And
Jay. Shout out Jay.
And sure enough, like, I just kept coming around, you know, hanging out with them. And then this last year, like, he asked me to move in. And I was like, dude, like, fuck yeah. Like, I'll move in with you. And, you know, I have my own parking spot, you know. I got big flex on that.
Yeah, that is a good
own
thing to
washer and
have.
dryer.
That's good.
Adulting 101.
Yeah, I feel it. You have a yard too.
Yeah, backyard. Yeah, a built-in gym.
Oh yeah,
I should be in like really good shape right now.
Yeah, but you're not.
I love to eat, bro.
Yeah,
do
I
you
feel
trust
like
a
you're
fat chef or like a skinny chef, bro?
Probably
Like,
not.
No, fuck no.
Unless they cook good food.
Unless it's Bobby Flay or Giotto Laurentis.
Yeah,
Nah.
it's true.
Yeah.
Honestly. So yeah, so you guys are having a little party.
Yeah, so we're having one this Saturday. I have like an open bar, and I'm making jungle juice again.
Nice.
And then we're gonna be cooking. We're gonna do like skewers.
Obviously 6 feet away.
Yeah, and before anyone comes in, I have like a head thermometer,
Nice.
like a digital like forehead thermometer, and then
legit doing
I have
this.
like face masks and then hand sanitizer, and I have like a bunch of different like hand sanitizer places.
The thing is too is this like it's Halloween and you're probably better off just wearing a mask, like a scary mask. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it, it's COVID.
That's what's like super dope about it is like anyone who doesn't feel comfortable, I'm gonna give them the option. Like, hey, like, you know, you can wear a face mask.
Well, since Sober October is ending for me tomorrow night, might do a podcast, might not. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet. Might just
get really shitty.
get real shitty because I'm ending it on the 30th, not the 31st. I took the day before. I mean, I took a day early in September, a day early, so so I could do a Saturday 31st. I can get drunk all day. I'm gonna do it.
Yo, full moon too,
12
bro.
o'clock, yeah, 12 o'clock on tomorrow. I'm gonna start drinking and doing whatever I want to do again. So I'm happy about that. And then so maybe I'll come over on the 31st and smoke some or drink some with you before the party. I don't think I'm a. Who knows? I don't know what the plan is. Rose has her friend coming over today, so we'll see what happens. But that sounds fucking lit.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good time. It's like my second year.
Nice.
Like living at the house, and it's our 5th. We're calling it like the 5th annual like Halloween party.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a good time. Like we have a karaoke machine.
Cool.
Like I said, that open bar.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, we're
I saw the bottles you got. You're just like putting more and more bottles up there. It's pretty funny.
Every day I work, I go and buy another bottle.
Nice.
But I'm off until then, so.
Cool. What, you working Sunday?
I work the next day. Yeah.
You work Sunday, right?
I'm
What
like,
time?
Fuck, like 11.
You'll be fine.
That's what you say, but I'll probably be up to like 5.
But yeah, at the same time, then you'll probably be up. Just don't share blunts with people. Just not a good idea.
Yeah, the only people I share blunts with are the people I've been smoking with, like before COVID, during
your
COVID.
coworkers, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the coworkers and your roommates.
Yeah, like
mostly your roommates.
yeah.
I feel it. Yeah, that's why I haven't been going over there because I just get so I will just for sober. Because in September I was always over there too, because we moved, and then in October I just haven't been able to come because I've been just so busy.
Yeah,
and there's no point because usually what do we do? Smoke and drink and have bonfires.
Wait, you're just gonna come over and we'll fight each other in UFC or like like no,
which is fun too.
Yeah, I got Tekken too now. Yeah,
nice. I like I just been hanging out. I've been I have like even after this I have to guess what I'm going to be doing on my laptop doing my class. I have to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy because normally we talk like all the time, you know, and we'd catch up. Like I had a COVID scare, you know.
Oh yeah,
that house that I go over to, you know, where I cook and shit like that. Some people got tested positive.
Yeah,
and so I was like, yo, like I'm out. Like I didn't go over there for 3 weeks. And I went and got myself checked out. Like I got a negative test.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was like, cool. Like, you know, and like the doctor was even like, yo, bro, like you probably already had this shit. He was like, he's like, you want to donate plasma? And I was like, nah, I smoke weed.
Yeah, I
like,
feel it.
And I was like, kind of drink too much.
I feel it.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of a deep question, but this kind of could round up our whole podcast today.
Yeah,
what would you say is makes you there? What makes you happy? Because this is the happier club. What makes what kind of makes you happy? What's like the happiest you've ever been? Would you say right now? When
honestly, I would say Thanksgiving 2018. Yeah, we went
happiest.
Yeah, because we went over to what's it called? Las Vegas.
Nice.
To go visit my brother when he lived out there, and it was the first time I ever cooked for my family.
Nice.
And I did first of all, like the story just gets better. I told everyone like 3:00, you know, for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And no one in my family or anyone who's there smokes weed. So I brought like some dank ass shit, to bring to Vegas, and so I could smoke some weed, and I was like, damn, no one smokes weed.
Yeah.
And so like I dome a blunt, to myself, and I'm like baked, like high as shit. And my brother comes out, and it's like almost noon, and he's like, I told my girl like things will be done like 3:00, and I'm like, yeah, like no worries, and like look at it, and it's like 11:40, and I'm like, dude, I haven't even like
Started.
Like the turkey's not even in the oven, like like I haven't even cut up potatoes.
How long would you say that you'd have to cook a turkey for?
It depends how much it weighs.
How long do you usually like for a regular turkey?
So I do my turkeys really fucking weird, and people are always like, dude, I don't trust it, but it's the best way to do it.
So how long though?
Mine took 6 hours.
6 hours, and
Yeah.
you said it was going to be done at 11 or
At 3.
3.
Yeah, because I was supposed to start
12.
I was supposed to start at like 9. And because I was like, yeah, it's like exactly 6 hours. Like turkey will come out right at 3, be perfect. And then I smoked that blunt, and then like I was just like zoned.
That's so fucking funny.
But yeah, that was definitely like the happiest time of my life, because I put like 4 people in like a coma with the food, and they were just like knocked the fuck out. They was so good. They like told my mom, they were talking shit to her. They were like, yo, like you're not cooking Thanksgiving again.
Oh, nice. Good. I mean, that's the way it is. Families get-togethers are always the best.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of my happier moments too, is when being with family.
Mine's cooking food.
Cooking food. Yeah, cooking food for your family. That's probably.
Yeah.
So would you say cooking really makes you happy?
Honestly, cooking makes me like the best feeling in the world. It's a pure bliss for me.
Yeah, I feel like at least you found something that you really like and you're really passionate about. That's the one thing that you have to really that like the thing about me is like I'm going to school for like finance and stuff, and I'm just like always.
But that's
like,
not like your passion. You're not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, do I really want to do this? And that's why I really like podcasting right now. I think that it's just like another thing to do, and I really like it because I really like it because for honestly, I've learned so much more about you, and I've known you for fucking 10 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
real,
Like
bro.
just sitting down talking one-on-one, you just learn a lot more about each other, and I just feel like this is like one thing that I really like doing.
Yeah.
I don't care if it doesn't give me money. I don't care if the people, I mean, I do care if people like it and stuff like that. I want it to be something that people actually like viewing. You know what I mean?
And watching, like, even your first 2 podcasts, like, so I listened to the first one. I haven't started the second one, but I like started watching it, and I was like, man, I see these 2 like all the time. Like, you know, like I know these guys. So I like clicked off the screen, but let it go.
Yeah.
And dude, it was like the best thing.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I was
I
like,
think it's
whoa.
funny.
I felt like a level of like comfortability with you just because like I've known you forever.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can get that across to regular people.
Yeah.
And
I hope to. I hope
Yeah.
everybody watching this one, I feel like I hope that you guys really like this. And I hope that everything.
I'll be back.
I think that the Happier Club is not going anywhere. It's definitely not. It's not. I'm trying to do a podcast every week for my listeners. I'm trying to get some of my friends in next week. I'm trying to do as much as I can. And I'm hoping to get you, Johnny, and Alejandro all in one room at one point and just fucking get drunk. And
I'll buy another mic for us.
yeah,
And then
I mean,
it'll
well,
be my mic.
I'm thinking about getting one more mic for Alejandro for just like having on him because he's gonna start doing a segment on here for like bartending and stuff and doing like a drink of the week type thing.
Yeah.
So we can get a little bit tipsy on this. I think it's gonna be really fun.
Not during Sober October, of course.
Obviously not. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, you guys are
this.
lucky because when I get drunk, like the stupidest things,
you guys are gonna hear drunk Toby and drunk Justin's conversation. Just think about like the thing that I said about all of my other ones is imagine what we're gonna talk about when we get some drinks in us because we say whatever stuff when we're sober, but when we're drunk,
I mean,
who the fuck knows what's gonna happen?
You guys can meet Marcus.
Yeah. Toby has an alter ego named Marcus.
We're not in speaking terms actually. Yeah, we don't talk that much because he's a fucking dick.
He is an asshole.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would say this can wrap it up. I mean,
yeah, definitely, dude. I had a blast, talking with you today.
I would give everybody your Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out your Instagram so people give you a follow.
Shout out T_Mutt94. And then shout out my food truck, God Save the Cuisine. We're a British inspired truck. we're over in like La Mesa area, and we're at UCSD hospitals. And if you guys need catering events, like we do all of it.
Yeah, hit up Toby. I mean, he's a really good chef. He can do personal events and everything like that. I think that's one thing that a lot of people forget, that Toby is a chef. We've actually done. I've had him cook at Super Bowl parties. We've done a lot of different little activities, and he's just a fun guy to be around too, because he gets drunk at the same time as cooking you fire ass food. And I just hope that you guys enjoy this, and I hope that that everybody at home is staying safe since COVID started. And I just really love you guys. I love you, Toby. I'm happy.
Let's go get some food, bro.
Yeah,
I'm so down for
cheers,
that.
Bro.
Cheers.
Shout out Finn and shout out Apollo, because Apollo needs to go to the bathroom. He's in the other room just chilling. So later, guys. Have a good day.
Dude.